Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Matt. I just wanted to go live. Got an amazing amount of news here just a short time ago from a client, and wanted to share because I just think it's just so hugely important, especially at the time we're at right now, where a lot of states are still uncertain. They don't know what's going to happen with restaurants. A lot of them, where I'm at in Southern California, have open patio dining and no inside dining. And I just got word of a client on the East Coast who has told us that, and I'll share that via the text message here in just a second, but that they're up almost 90% from this summer versus last summer, and the only difference is working with us on their Facebook advertising campaign. So this is a franchise. It's a great spot. It's a healthy kind of franchise, but I wanted just to talk about what the restaurant is doing. I got my notes over here too. So what is the restaurant doing to allow them to be up almost 90% during all the COVID-19 shutdowns? And the biggest thing that I would say is that they planned. My coach and mentor, Matt Platt, who's a restaurant author and he's a speaker in that space, and actually wearing the shirt today, talks about this all the time, right? So we know, and a lot of people, I've heard Damon John talk about this, the shark, right? That those who focus on the long-term vision of their business versus what can I make today and what am I getting today, those are the ones who succeed long-term. And so what this client of ours did is that they actually invested. They said, you know what, we want to start building something for this restaurant, and we want to invest into your guys' system. And we know that, hey, it's summertime, there's all these shutdowns, we may not see the results that we would expect normally, but we want to invest in it because we want to do what we do, which is we grow databases for restaurants. Instead of going for direct sales, we build an asset for the business of a database, and then use that database to then leverage people walking into the door and spending money. And then we track all of that stuff too. But they invested in the system. They invested in our system. And not only did that increase their awareness during all the coronavirus shutdowns, but it also brought people in the door with their phones to redeem an offer on their phone that we could track, and we could tell how much money they spent. Now, the key part, all of it, like I just said, was not those parts of it. Did they get the awareness? Absolutely. Did they get the people walking in the door? Absolutely, and spending money. But what they got, that's the most important, is they got a database of people that they have their name, they have their email, they have their phone number, they have their Facebook Messenger subscription. They have 4 different ways to reach out to these people. And actually, I just heard an interview this morning with Damon John, who's obviously the shark, and he's a billionaire. And one of his main points in that video was he was talking about is you got to know who your customers are. So now this place knows who their customers are. They know their name, they know their phone number, they know their email, they know their Messenger subscription. But then also, they can start asking questions. They can find out more things about these people. Are they married? Are they single? When do they come in? Do they have kids? Which offers do they prefer? They can start to find out all this information. And when they can do that, then they can use that and leverage that in their restaurant to drive more revenue. It's a really I'm so stoked for them. It's so amazing to hear that they're up almost 90% since the end of May, year over year. And the only difference, and I'll show you here in a second with the text, the only difference is the program that we put in place for them for Facebook advertising. And so what my question is to you as a restaurant owner, if you're watching this, if you own a restaurant, if you work in a restaurant, my honest question to you, because I do want to help, is what's your plan to make it through all of this? And, because, there's restaurants that have shut down, big chains. Soup Plantation out where I live, I used to love going to that place, and they're shutting it all down. So what is your plan to make it through, honestly? Because I want to be able to bring results like up 90% to anyone. But we gotta, you gotta have the plan. You gotta have the long-term vision to put in place of saying, I'm gonna be open in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. And the reason why is because I'm putting things in place right now. It's the whole adage, the old adage that we've always heard of. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. Because in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years, these things are going to bear fruit. And with our program, it's obviously bearing fruit a lot faster than that. But if you want to see results like that, please reach out to me. Wherever you're seeing this, it's on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, wherever you're seeing this video, comment, reach out, let's talk. Let's just see if this is something that makes sense for you long-term with your plan and with your business so that you can win for 2020 and beyond. That's all I got. I'm out. I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, one last thing. I forgot. I'm not out. Let me show you guys the message that I talked about. Here it is. If you go to my Facebook profile, you'll see it. But here we are in a text conversation with a couple of the owners of the franchise we're working with. And this location up 90% this summer, and the only thing they did differently was advertise on the Facebook campaign. So, please reach out, questions, anything. I want to help. Let's do it. Let's kick butt the rest of 2020 for you and beyond. All right, later.